It is yours truly, LaSheena Doxley. Welcome to Life with LaSheena. I hope everyone is doing well. I am really excited to have this conversation with you all today. And I have been just thinking. And this is not just now, recently, but just over time. I've been thinking about community. It has been strong on my heart, strong on my mind, and also want to call it our village as well. Because once again, 7 kids, 2 adults. The balance there is not equal, okay? And a lot of the times it is very, very difficult for my husband and I to just do things with the two of us being the only ones responsible for our children. So I'm here to tell you that it has not been just in our own will that we've been able to be as active in our children's lives as we've been able to. I thank God for connecting us with the right people, the right community, the right village to be able to even handle the amount of children that we have. Charles and I are only two people, and we only have two vehicles. And us being two people having two vehicles and so much time in the day, we can only do so much. But it's been by the grace of God that our children have been blessed to be able to be above and beyond when it comes to activities, when it comes to just sports, extracurricular, just endeavors that they want to do, birthday parties, I mean, traveling, with friends and so forth. It's been because of our community that they've been able to do those things. And I want to use this time to just say thank you. Thank you to everyone who has been a strong part of our community and our village. Thank you from the bottom of my heart because I know that it's only been a blessing that we've crossed paths. I know it's difficult in the world that we live in to think that community still exists and a village still exists when it comes to raising a big family, raising your children and things like that. Because we hear about so many bad things that happen in this world. We hear about, I mean, especially if you watch the news often, they're not reporting the good things that's taking place. They're talking about the hard things, the difficult things to hear about, the struggles and the crimes and the violence that are taking place. But we've been blessed. We've been so blessed because my kids have not lacked anything. They have not been able to participate in things that they desired to do because of us having a strong community. Because I have other mothers and fathers who say, hey, if your kid need a ride, we don't mind to and from practice, it's like no kid left behind type of community. And I am so thankful. I'm so thankful. And this is something I just have to share with the world because this is what living your faith externally is all about. Like, Charles and I are people who pour into other people, and we're reaping what we sow. We have been reaping what we sow because we go above and beyond to do for others. God has blessed us with the connection with other people who don't mind doing for us and helping us. So it's not just the two of us that's raising these kids and helping these kids to be able to do the things that they desire to do. It's our community as well. There's so many names that I can rattle off, but you know who you are, and you've been very, very important figure in our lives and our children's lives. And we want to just say thank you. I know from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. Community, village, so our family, our friends, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you because we could not do any of this without you guys. So it's not us. It's God that's give us the strength, but it's also God that connects us with the right people that we need to be connected with, that we can trust. And so I want to thank you all, our parents, our aunts, and I mean everyone has been a pivotal part of these kids' lives, and I just want to say thank you. So whether we needed a babysitter, like although we have as many kids we have, no one hesitates to, hey, bring them all. Like thank you. So Charles and I have been able to get a break every now and then, and those are the things that help us to keep going and to re-energize us so that we can do the daily tasks that we need to do when it comes to the children. So what type of community do you have? Is there a community around you that is supportive? A lot of the times, are we even having conversations to connect with others? What are we doing? Because sometimes our blessings are right there in front of us. Let's talk about it. I grew up in a single parent household, and I had to realize I struggle with receiving help because I'm used to having to get it done. I was my mom's ace. So anything she needed taken care of, she needed to get done, I was her right hand man. We was gonna make sure it happened. So even though I'm married, I still realize I took on that mentality that I got to do it all by myself. And so when it comes to receiving help from others, it will be, oh, I got it, I'm okay. But when I realized, like, why am I working harder instead of working smarter? My girlfriend taught me that right there. Don't work harder, work smarter. And that came about because I was pulling weeds by myself by hand. She said, girl, you better go get a weed whacker. Don't work harder, work smarter. So, anyways, and I take that same concept when it comes to now receiving help. It took me a long time to be able to accept that, but now it's like, no. When it comes to raising these children, I don't have to work harder. Just be smarter. God is making the connections, be wise and know, who you can trust and who you can't trust, but have a spirit of discernment. But know that those connections are there. And we don't have to do it alone. We don't have to do it by ourselves. We can have it all together, but it takes a community, it takes a village in order to really raise your children, in order to really give them the support that they need. Because otherwise, we're only two people. And if I was a single mom, I would be only one person. And it's difficult to be able to do all those things when it's just you. Or when it's just the two of you to 7, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to encourage you all to accept your community when they're genuinely reaching out to be of a help to you. When your kid needs a ride, and you work together, because just as the community has been a blessing to us, I know we've been a blessing to others as well. If someone needs anything, need a ride or anything like that, we're there to support, and we're there to be that help and to be a part of that community to help as well. So I just want to encourage you all, reflect and see what type of community you have, what type of village you have, and don't work harder, but work smarter, because it's healthy. It's healthy. It's healthy mentally, emotionally, and even physically, because you can only do so much. You can only do so much. So I'm thankful that and my children have been able to experience many, many different things, whether it's been a concert, drama club, just different sports on different sports teams, and a lot of the times the conversation is, well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that because such and such has another event that I have to get them to, or weekly activity I have to get them to, so I can't do this. And what ends up happening is parents say, well, you know what? I don't mind picking such and such up because it's on the way, and my kid is doing this. So connect with your community. Allow your kids to connect with their friends and see what they're doing. And when they're doing the same things, let's be that chain to connect, and to help each other and to just be that guidance along the way because we need to keep these kids active too. I'm realizing more and more each day these kids are suffering from boredom. They are suffering from boredom. Although they seem like it's fun and exciting being on games and electronics and phones and things like that, it's really not. They're eventually they're getting bored. They're getting bored and they run out of ideas and creativity, and we don't need that. We need to keep them active. We need to keep them engaged in the community, keep them in, activities and things like that. So just occupy their time so that they're not sitting around with idle time and just getting into stuff that they shouldn't be getting into. So let's connect with one another. Let's be there for one another and let's support each other because it's important. And till next time, I will be back. Thank you all for joining me on this episode of Community. All right, you all have a blessed day, and I love you all, and I will talk to you soon.